What's up out there in soccer land? Welcome to another edition of Soccer Circle Real Talk. It's one of your hosts, Father Quest. We join alongside Ty and King Yayo. We're here from J-Man a little bit later on in the show, but of course, we're bringing you the best in the world of English Premier League soccer, Manchester United, Liverpool, and Chelsea. Don't be a scrub, bust a sub, and subscribe to Soccer Circle Real Talk on all your DSPs out there. Got a fun-filled week coming up, festive games coming up into December, but we missed last week's show where we had some negative results. Probably I wasn't in the best mood. This week I'm a little bit more lively than more recent weeks. Just the recent form Liverpool's in. But before we get into this weekend's games, let's run very quickly into the top of the table from 1 through 10. Let's start with from first through five. We have Arsenal sitting pretty 5 points above Manchester City with 30 points in first place. Manchester City in second with 25. Chelsea, who were in a tough London derby over the weekend with 24 points, sitting in third. Aston Villa tied with Chelsea in fourth place with 24 points. And in fifth place, we have Brighton and Hove Albion with 22 points. Sunderland, again, in doing well in great form, picked up a good win over the weekend. 22 points in sixth. Manchester United in seventh with 21 points, tied respectively with Manchester United's Liverpool, sitting with 21 points. And then rounding out the ninth and 10th position in the top half of the table, we have Crystal Palace with 20 points and Brentford with 19. Looking at the bottom half of the table, we'll start with 11 through 15th. We have Bournemouth with 19 points, Tottenham, Newcastle United, and Everton all tied with 18 points. Tottenham leading from 12th, Newcastle in 13th place, and Everton with in 14th place. And then from 15th to 17th, we have Fulham with 17 points, Nottingham Forest coming out of the bottom drop zone with 12 points, and West Ham United rounding out 17th position with 11 points. And then in the bottom half relegation zone, we have Leeds United in 18 points, Burnley in 19th position, and Wolverhampton Wanderers with a merely 2 points so far since the start of the season in the 20th position. So as we know, the league is starting to separate himself a little bit. Still the top half of the table, still pretty close with some results over the weekend. And before we get into our games, we'll talk briefly about Chelsea and Arsenal, about how that game went. A red card early on in the game for Chelsea. Moises Caicedo getting sent off on a high studs tackle on Marino from Arsenal. And then Chalobah scoring first for Chelsea. So it looked like Chelsea was in control, playing at home at Stamford Bridge. And then Marino with the good finish off the header with the cross coming in from Saka in the second half. And that's how the game ended 1-1. Some chances here and there for both sides, but nonetheless, a pretty even game across the board. What did you fellas think about the London Derby over the weekend?
Crazy, yo. My bad, fellas. My bad. What up, world? What you got to say about Chelsea real quick, yo?
Real quick, I'm proud of my players. Yo, they did their thing. Proud of them. They did really well. I mean, a handicapped Chelsea is better than a full man at Arsenal, clearly. So I think if we had 11 versus,
bro.
now, I'm just saying, if we had 11 v 11, I think it would have been a result. I'm not even going front. I think we would have had that win. I want to shout out Reece James. This dude is the world's best, yo. I mean, how you want it? Right back, midfield, like, yo, he outplayed everybody that game. A real captain's performance. So large up to my man Reece James. Saka got put in the pocket.
Yeah.
But I think they were just so aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Caicedo, overzealous, but he's done more good than bad. So I'm not even gonna take his head off for that. Overall, just a really good game, man. Delap got to step it up, though, man. Delap got to get it together. I don't know what it's gonna take. And Maresca, shout out to Maresca. He didn't make he had that other game, that last game where he made the wrong substitutions and he was kind of cowardice. But he put the gas pedal down further and he went for the jugular. And I think that's what kind of invigorated us. Shout out to Trevor Chalobah. Yeah, I think everybody did good. I just want to see more Esteban. I'm not even going to front. I think everybody want to see more Esteban at this point. But yeah, we lose Moises for the next 3 games.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough.
3
Yeah,
games in this.
it's cool, man. We got Santos, so I'm not even worried about it, man.
Yeah.
Lavia's cooking, so he can get himself together.
The
Hopefully, at
manager
some
didn't
point in
remember
time.
you had Santos yesterday.
We didn't need Santos yesterday.
What you mean? You could have used him in the midfield and put
I
out
think I'll be honest. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but
when you down a player.
I feel more secure with James in the midfield than Santos.
No, I don't mean because of like in front of the player. I mean tactically, the players he
Yeah.
brought on didn't make any sense to
So
help y'all.
the Garnacho thing, I think it just
The
I don't know. That's it.
Garbaggio.
Okay, you could call him whatever you want. I mean, that's my boy now, son. Garbaggio, Garnacho, that's my boy right now. So I gotta take that. Got no choice.
That's his boy now.
I got no choice. I gotta back the guy. I gotta back my players, yo. You know what I'm saying? So I think he just used them for the width on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? He was doing the running man down the wing.
But no
I don't really
tackling.
think it didn't really make. I don't know. I think for the step with Esteval, but you know what I'm saying. Maresca did what he had to do.
You took off Esteban very fast, huh?
I took out Esteban. Somebody else came on, and I was like, "Why did we do that?" But I can't be. Listen, he made some calls. Yo, Maresca be making some calls sometimes, and I'll be like, "Yo, what are you doing?" But be a master stroke sometimes, and you know what I'm saying. Like I didn't expect to see Reece James in the midfield, but I think with these big games and these bigger competitions and stuff, I think we might see more of that. Gusto's been stepping up on the right back, so I think he feels more secure with Gusto as a right back, which gives the availability of Reece James in the midfield. So, but Santos, yeah, we're gonna see Santos for the next 3 games. That's 100%, 100%. So Dario Sugo is coming back. We got players coming back, returning from injury, man. And then Cole Palmer, we'll see Cole shortly.
Who you said? Sugo?
It's Dario Sugo. We got youths, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Who you talking about, bro?
Yeah,
You
don't
saying
worry,
these names like they people and we even gotta be concerned about.
That's Caicedo 2.0, son. That's Caicedo.
When Cole Palmer coming?
I think we'll feature him in one of the next 3 games. I think we got like Leeds on Wednesday, and then we got like I don't know these games. It should be a Leeds game, I think so, but we don't got to rush him back. You get a 25, 30 minutes, and then you know what I mean, put him back to cool off and stuff. So he'll work himself up to the 90 minutes, but we ain't in no rush, man. We still got a long season. We got mad games left, so there's no reason to rush players back. We've been playing good without him, but I'm sure we could be better with him. So, but yeah, slow and steady, bro.
Yeah. Darius Sugo, baby.
Dario Sugo, don't worry. He got the knee injury, but he'll be back right after these messages. But give him a little second. In the meantime, it's Santos, son. Santos, that's my boy. That's the boy on the.
So he don't give. So Maresca don't give Gittins and them dudes no Premier League chances. Them dudes are just for cup competition. Gittins and somebody else.
Gittins will get some. You know what I'm saying? Gittins will get some. But yeah, Gittins will get some. But I mean, we got a large squad. Again, here go again. We put Maresca in with the situation where he got to manage a lot of people at one time and try to keep everybody happy. It's virtually impossible, but different strokes for different folks. We use Gittins when the getting's good. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You know what I mean? But he's been playing pretty well. I think in his last 4 games, he's had like an assist or something like that. He's a leader in assists for the team. So he's Gittins, he getting there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, slow and steady. Slow and steady. That's all it is.
No. This dude Chalabak scored off the chichung, son, off the chichung, off the eye. That was crazy, man. Took a nice elbow to the eye, then scored the flick header right off it. So I think Chelsea accounted for themselves really well, man. They stayed in. Like I guess Maresca learned his era after losing to Man United after going out of 10 men. Taking off all his attackers. He left them dudes on, let them play.
Mm-hmm.
8 cards given out. 8 cards given out in that game. Very physical battle.
Yeah.
Ty, do you think that
tough derby?
Yeah, the Arsenal defender Hincape could have been sent off with the second yellow, and that maybe would have evened out the match a little bit more.
I mean, it could have happened. But I don't want to really dwell on that. I want to dwell on the way Chelsea was playing, bro. Honestly, they came to ball, bro. This is the best I've seen Chelsea play. Like, honestly, they were not backing down.
Yeah.
They were winning. They came to win this game. I'm telling you, despite having 10 men, bro, they were clapping cats right, left, and center, bro. They were not playing. I'm telling you, they were not playing. You see, what's the name? Madueke, those guys, two guys, Cucurella and Enzo, kicked him down, bro. And they were barking in his face. They really wanted it. Chelsea, everything they were going after, bro. Every single ball.
The first few times Saka touched the ball, Cucurella kicked him the first like 3-4 times. Got the ball. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, like he is having a great week because he locked down what's his name in Barcelona's game.
Yamal, yeah.
And locked down Saka same way. So, Chelsea came to ball, and I gotta give them their props, bro. This is the best I've seen them play all season. Despite having a red card, they seemed like it was 11-11. Like,
Yeah, the game looked 11-11, even though Chelsea was down a minute.
Yeah.
Some people
still feel that he made some substitutions that probably I thought kind of held Chelsea back. Kind of brought on a few redundant players up top. You know what I'm saying? Like Neto and Garnacho, you're getting the same thing out of both of them. Probably could have bought somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Probably kept Esteban on a little longer. But
I thought it was a little odd for him bringing on Garnacho right at the start of halftime for Esteval, and then bringing on Delap maybe about 20 minutes later for João Pedro, who wasn't doing bad. Maybe the coach was worried about his play, João, and maybe not giving enough. But if you have two similar players like Garnacho and Neto out there at the same time, and then you're down a player, why not bring a midfielder? A lot of us, we were talking in the group chat saying that Reece James had a heck of a game for Chelsea, I believe. One of the best times I've seen him play in the middle of the park in that 6 to 8 pivot position. But maybe you could have brought on Santos, another midfielder, on there, and then you slot maybe Esteval up top or Neto as one forward behind if you're down a player. But Delap didn't really bring anything. He didn't bring you the speed. He's not tackling or challenging or pressing behind the ball. So why bring him on there? It's like you're playing now with 9, right? 9 in the midfield against 11 or 10. If you don't want to count the goalkeeper, then you could say you're playing with 8, within in that part of the field. So I agree with you, King Yeyu. Maybe a questionable lineup changes, substitutions by Maresca late into the game.
Yeah. So, but he still, and that probably could have been a difference between the win and this draw he took. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Still got to learn. But I don't know.
Well, so that's it for Chelsea and Arsenal. I wish we had one of our resident Arsenal members here to chime in. Maybe we'll get him in on the show later on with Arsenal. Maybe another show coming in. So big up all the Arsenal massive out there. I know we all wanted Arsenal to kind of take a loss.
But that, what I'm saying? Chelsea did their job, man. Chelsea made them drop points.
Exactly. It seems far, like the table is far, but it's not. It's very close proximity. Chelsea's in form, and we're not too far behind them anyways.
Yeah.
Liverpool and Manchester United. So, it's still a tight table.
Yeah. So next games for Arsenal, they have Brentford at home, and then Chelsea travel away to Leeds United as well. So we'll see how those teams do in match week 14 coming up for that. So shared points for Chelsea and Arsenal within the table. Stop Arsenal a little bit. Let's head into the next match. We can get into another big one for the weekend, Manchester United and Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, as you know, has been in good form since the start of the season, went on an unbeaten run early on as the season started. Manchester United making their way back up into the top half of the table this week. As the game went on and started, Mateta with a penalty in the 36th minute. And then that was pretty much smooth sailing for them going into halftime. And then Manchester United turned on the power, it seems like, with Zerski getting the start for that game with a couple injuries for Manchester United, scoring in the 54th minute, and then Mason Mount scoring in the 63rd minute, solidifying the 3 points for Manchester United against Crystal Palace. Good away win, heading to Selhurst Park. for Manchester United. Never easy to play there. How did you guys think the match went?
We haven't won there in probably about like 4 or 5 years. 4 or 5 years we haven't won it. So it's just super big for us, which is crazy to say. You know what I'm saying, for Man United, but that's where we at right now. So super big for us. Feel like the penalty was unfortunate. Euro slip, and gave away the penalty. Not saying he was having an amazing game, but you can see that it got to him. So, it was a good decision by the manager to sub him, but he probably should have subbed him at half. Shouldn't have let him even come back out there. Other than that, if first half could have went differently. Mateta had about 3-4 chances, saying, that probably should have scored on. We give good big up to the players for blocking some, and then some he just kicked to the moon. So we got away with it a bit in the first half. We was able to turn it on in the second. Zerski, my man, Machine Gun Zerks.
Bazooka Barrage, right?
He came through and made that goal out of nothing. He came through. It was a terrible free kick by Bruno. Zerski ran up. Good movement. Chest control. Spinning volley. It was really crazy. Spinning half volley. Really, really crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was like a world-class half volley right there. Had no right passing Henderson, but Henderson is a burst. So, after Zerski scored, we got the belief. Boys got the belief. And then they over there trying to set that wall up for 20, 30 minutes. And Mount and Bruno, a little bit of sneaky cleverness, snuck that through. That was lovely. And then it looked like Glasner just left them out there to die. He made some subs early. They gave up that goal. You could see him upset on the sideline. He was pissed off talking to the assistant. He was flipping him. So he was upset, and he just left them dudes out there to die. He really didn't do nothing else for the team for the rest of the game. He didn't make any more subs for Crystal Palace. He didn't stand up the touchline, try to give them no direction. Did nothing else. The game was comfortable after that. They tried to come on late. Casemiro with a little drag down. Gave us a little scare in the last moment. But other than that, comfortable settings in the second half. Game 2 halves for real. Yep. Good resilience by the boys, but we can't be starting on the back foot like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to big up Luke Shaw for saving the day a few times. I gave him some hard time recently.
We gonna big up Luke Shaw.
but
wow, that's very big of you.
But I was happy to see Licha return, so that I don't have to see much more Luke Shaw.
Sanjo.
You know what I'm saying? And also, big up, like Dallo didn't have an amazing game, but he was better than he'd been in years.
Yeah.
Ahmed didn't play well, and Bournemouth didn't play well. Those players stepped up a bit. A little bit of trickery got us the win. Bruno did nothing in the midfield as usual. Got 2 assists, which is crazy, but did nothing in the midfield as usual. Casemiro carried the midfield as usual. De Ligt grew into the game in the second half. He was overzealous in the first half, overplaying, overrunning, getting spun. Second half, he calmed down, showed much better composure, played well. So, what I'm saying? Good win. I think next we got West Ham. You got to beat them. Then after that, we got Wolves. You got to beat them. These midweek fixtures right now, this is going to separate the table a lot right here. These midweek fixtures going through the end of December into January. And then we got Cup of Nations. So might be missing some dudes. So we need to pick up these points moving forward.
Yeah, you'll be missing Mbuemo a little bit. And
Diallo.
I don't know. Diallo. Did they make it? I heard because he's Cameroonian, right?
Yeah, he made the squad. Mbuemo did.
No, I don't mean the squad. I mean, did they make
African Cup of Nations? Yeah,
they did.
I think you were referring to the World Cup. The World Cup.
The World Cup.
Yeah, that's why he was disappointed.
Nana played themselves and they missed out on World Cup qualification.
Not to take away from the Manchester United topic, but Onana didn't even make the squad for the African Nations Cup. They cut him, bro. They were like, yeah, you cost us, bro. You cost us in this World Cup qualifiers. So yeah.
I don't blame them. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, we're gonna be missing Mbeumo, Mazarawi, and Diallo, Ahmad. So it's gonna, like Yale rightfully said, it's gonna be tough for us. So we gotta win these fixtures that is coming up. But my take from the game, we both played the same system, but in different characteristics in a sense. I feel like first half they were much more poised and calm with the ball, and we were being hasty. We were being rushed hasty. Like, I don't know what's his name, my guy Euro. I still feel like he's still young. He needs to get on top of the Premier League, understand the players, the characteristics that comes with different type of forwards. Because you're gonna meet, there are weeks you're gonna meet fast forwards, you're gonna meet strong forwards, so you got to be prepped. For me as a defender, what I used to do is study my opponents. Like, if I know I'm gonna meet this type of forward, like I review tapes and watch what type of forward I'm gonna meet. There's one time we played Trinidad and I met this guy, this Jones. Bro, I studied this kid not kid, but I studied this guy whole night. That was one of the best international games I've ever had, and that's what I started to do, like study my opponent, every opponent that I know I'm gonna meet. If I know I'm gonna have a fast forward, okay, I know I gotta be tight on him. If I know I have a strong forward, you gotta prep yourself. So yeah, I feel like he still have to understand the Premier League and understand the opponents that comes with different Premier League teams. But trust me, he has everything to be good. I'm not like, what's his name, Dorgu? Ahmad has, you could see trends of him performing well. Like you were saying too, Delit, yeah, first half he was overplaying, bro. He was coming out of position, and fair play to Luke Shaw, we criticized him on several occasions, but yeah, he stepped up big time. He did what he was supposed to do. But I think, for me, I would put Luke Shaw on left wing back. I'm telling you, he could do it. And I noticed in the past two games, Everton and this one against Crystal Palace, he's been attacking a lot. So, but fair play to us, we rebounded. We came back and we showed resilience, like you rightfully said. And that's what footballers should do. Show some character. You can't be, come out first half and dead second half and still not show nothing, like in the Everton game. Come on, man. But big win. I'm so happy and elated for that victory, so tough game again. Who we have? West Ham?
West Ham next.
They just come off a lot. Bro, honestly,
West Ham like Wednesday, I think, right?
Yeah, they were playing Liverpool well, so it's not going to be another walk in the park for us until that crazy guy Paqueta. Yeah, until he got that stupid red card. But
well, he won't be playing against y'all, so you don't got to worry about him.
Yeah, I know.
That's one less.
Yeah.
It's just Jared Bowen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worry about Bowen.
Fair play to us. We got the victory. And yeah.
I think it was a good game for you guys. I think it was definitely good. You guys are starting to gel and build in to your form and see. And it's good to see. I know you mentioned the Yayo, like Lissandro coming back, seeing him on the bench and seeing players like Malacia available. Like you definitely want your full squad being readily available, even in the moments, even if you use them or not. So I'm glad that you're not being so much savage on Luke Shaw this week, and that him and you're able to get along and combine and play. But like again, manager is questionable with the taxes and choices. The game could have went Crystal Palace favor with some chances and opportunities, but you're missing two major components in your attack with Cunha and Sesko. But the key thing is you have other players, and then you saw Mano late on in the 91st minute substitution, but maybe we want to start utilizing his players, rotating them more, and they might start getting the effect of Zersky had, in this game.
Yeah. Zersky.
Let me tell you, hopefully this shows the manager that Zersky needs to be playing in some capacity, because his link-up play, his build-up play, show that he can definitely play right there in the 10, even when Sesko come back, or he needs to be getting at least 20 minutes 30 minutes, even if that's
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to stop with this. As you could, like, what I haven't seen, well, I guess subbing, he did do the defensive. So every game is defensive substitution. 2 out of our 5 is going to the defense. We got to stop that. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop that. We use, I don't even know why, most coaches I know don't like to mess with the defenses.
Exactly. You don't
during the game. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they're playing well. You let them dudes finish that out, as long as barring an injury of any sort. So, I don't know. This dude is just weird. He likes to change his whole back line. And some wing backs as well. The whole back line, three subs. You know what I'm saying? Be 3 out of the damn 5 subs, be straight to the back.
Well, you have to understand why, because there's a very heavily defensive formation. So if you think that he's utilizing those pieces, who are you going to...
He don't have to. I'm 3 out of 5.
No, but the wing backs, to be fair, the wing backs, because of the work rate that they do, most naturally you're gonna want to change that. But
refresh the wing back.
You want to touch your
the
center
3
back
at the back. They shouldn't be touched.
Exactly.
They shouldn't be touched. You know what I'm saying? Them 5 subs need to be for our wing backs, a midfielder, and a 10 and a striker. You know what I'm saying? Like, get a midfielder out there, get a fresh midfielder on, get a fresh 10 and a fresh striker, so that the spine of our team is always fresh and red and running. This manager's weird with it. So I don't know. Like, no thanks at all to the manager for this game. Like,
Casemiro and Bruno played a full 90, and your guy was man of the match.
Well, Bruno always plays a full 90. It's Casemiro that we can't believe.
This is one of the first games I've seen Casemiro play a full 90 and not being substituted. I mean, he didn't come off, right?
No, they subbed Embuemo off for me.
Yeah. But like I forgot to big up Xerxes for real. Like you rightfully said, the link up play, bro. That is how Sesko's supposed to play. If Sesko, I don't know, bro. This is one thing I've always learned. You gotta. For me, I emulate from my teammates. I emulate from even certain opponents. Try to take pieces of their game, bro. If Sesko have half of what Xerxes has when it comes to control and the precise pass and the link-up play, bro, I'm telling you, he gonna be deadly.
I don't think Xerxes was bad at that, but maybe I feel like Xerxes is the kind that will get the ball into feet on the run or pass through the air, head in the box, use his height. Like, he got some of that. But
you do, but
it's different players for different games. You know what I'm saying? Like, in them games where he want to use Cunha as the striker, no, use Xerxes instead. You know what I'm saying? If you want to use a striker that's not an out-and-out striker, kind of like a false nine or somebody to help in the midfield, let Xerxes do that in them games.
Yeah.
And then, so allow the dude to get some play. Because he was very rusty out there against Everton, didn't look so well. But in this game, he got out all the kinks from the last game. The passes was working. Like, we got to get these dudes some more minutes, and we got to be able to rotate them. No reason why players aren't getting any minutes when we're not playing lights out football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but fair play to Xerxes. He look good, and that's, for me, I feel like the foul stand is something that we need with that formation. Because we are lacking numbers in the midfield. So you need that one person to come help with the midfield and receiving the ball and turn. Because first of all, Bruno and Casemiro are way behind. So there's nobody to link up play. You will have to play a long ball every time, and it's not going to work. For me, I feel like the false nine in that formation is key, you know? So, but yeah, big win, man. I needed that, bro. I made my max reaction for that, and I just said, you know what? I'm not even going to send this in, man. I was so tight.
Yeah, good win, yo. Good win.
Yeah, good win for Manchester United as you say, on Wednesday, short recoup from the weekend's game. They will take on West Ham. They will take on West Ham away. So leaving London and heading back home to Old Trafford, which will be good for them. And let's see how they fare in this week's games. Next game we had for the weekend was Liverpool traveling to West Ham. And game started off pretty slow with the 125 million pound goal, I must say, coming from Alexander Isak, who finally scored his first goal for Liverpool in play with a goal in the 60th minute, and then Cody Gakpo put in the finishing touches on in the 92nd minute with a cross coming from Joe Gomez. As King says, the club legend Joe Gomez, who got the start and the nod for the game. Luis Paqueta, who we mentioned, got a red card in 84th minute for yapping at the referee, who wasn't tolerating any back chat and talk, and told him get off the pitch and take an early showers, who got a red card in the 84th minute. And Liverpool with the comfortable 2-0 win. Some moments weren't as comfortable, with Jared Bowen probably having a chance in the second half. Some curler shots going a little bit wide. Paqueta had a nice little volley attempt I saw in the second half, which went a little bit far wide, so a little bit far off. Not as close as you may have seen in the match. For Liverpool, starting Joe Gomez at the right back, Kirkez taking Andy Robertson's spot back at the left back. Two main center backs who've been under controversy lately, Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate. Konate still hasn't signed his new contract yet with Liverpool, so probably still weighing on his mind. But midfielder Salabazai back in the midfield with Gravenberch and McAllister, and Alexander Wirtz getting the start along with Cody Gakpo. And the big topic, Mohamed Salah getting dropped for this game and not seeing any action at all for the game, so took a big rest off. In my opinion, in my eyes, and we've been talking about it, I felt that Slot should have rotated the squad a little bit sooner, giving other players a chance, an opportunity to play and start. And if you need to use a senior player like Salah, bring him on for his expertise and things like that, so he can be available. But not seeing Salah in today's game was fine with me, and I don't feel like we lacked anything on his part. In recent matches, he wasn't doing what he had to do on that right flank, even defensively, helping to win back balls in that position from maybe the left back, opposing left backs, and so forth, and left mid and winger players. So I think it was the right call. I think Slot probably heard a lot more noise with taking that big loss from PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League, which was very devastating for me as well. With teams coming in now into Anfield, not even being afraid or shocked. Where you usually come into Anfield is like a fortress, where most teams are a little bit shook coming into. Everybody's coming to Anfield now, like, all right, we're gonna come and ball out. Yeah. So I think it was a good decision choice for him with the lineup while leaving Salah. And we got the job done. I think we saw more skill, what Wirtz has, uh, within the game and his ability. I think a lot more people watching that game will probably say, like, all right, I know why Liverpool spent the money on a player like Wirtz, who's able to distribute. Didn't get the assists with that goal in Isak, but played a clever through ball into Cody Gakpo, which then thread that final pass to Isak with a good one-touch, one-time finish within the goal, which had Areola stretching out and dead for rights, as they say. So for me, I think an overall good, complete team game for Liverpool. Wasn't like the flashy style of with Liverpool, what we're used to and accustomed to. Some chances Isak could have had a front of goal and Wirtz, I think, in the first half with maybe a one-time shot that was saved by the goalkeeper. So I think overall a good performance for us being back in the winning column, but definitely not over yet for where we have to go. And we'll see in these next few games. We have Sunderland, which will be another tough match. I would say the best thing is that we're at home, but who knows? With Sunderland, these guys are firing. So they may come into Anfield and say, like, hey, we want to get 3 points and continue being at the top of the table and maybe vie for European places.
Yeah, them dudes, West Ham, I don't know. Those never really looked in it. Same Liverpool, you know what I'm saying? Liverpool came out there and did what Liverpool do. That straightforward victory for Liverpool. I don't know. Your boy Paqueta, he just lost his head out there. Like he wanted to get sent off.
Exactly.
Argued and argued and argued and argued, and then was like, when you going to send me? Well, all right, thank you. I don't know. I don't know what's going on out there at West Ham, but it looked weird. They never really looked into it. Good win by Liverpool. I had to turn it around after that Champions League loss. Like, I had to do something. So Slot was brave, dropped Salah. That was a brave move. But you got big players that you could just slot in right there in this place. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's the good thing about spending so much money. So you guys got what it takes, yo. So use the squad, yo. You know what I'm saying? Use the squad. You got your wish and you got to win, Quest. So big up yourself, man.
It just shows you that I could do the job too. What you think, Ty?
I felt, you know who I was more so happy for? Isaac. Like, I was so happy for him. Yo, he's been taking a lot of scrutiny because of the big money that was spent on him and him dissing Newcastle. So he's been taking a lot of stint lately. But to be fair, the kid is trying, and that goal breeds confidence. When you score, it don't matter how you score. It just have to count as a goal, and
Thank you.
it's gonna come. And they always say you just need one to fill a basket. So it don't matter how much games you miss, and he's gonna get there. First of all, he didn't have a preseason, so I mean, I want him to do good. Like, I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of football on a whole. So, but that goal was classic, bro.
Not a lot of strikers can finish in that. And
I'm telling you, that's a classic finish, bro. That's a striker's finish. The Cody Gakpo goal could have been avoided. I feel like more so a defensive error, goalkeeper miscommunication. Crazy Paqueta, man. Yo. The kid, said, he wanted to get that red card. Like, yo, what could you possibly want from that? What else you want the call to go back in their favor?
Maybe he's just sick and tired. Maybe he's just sick and tired how the game was up.
Yo, everybody is questioning if this guy is match fixing or doing something, bro, because the way how he's doing stuff is questionable. No, bro.
It could come out later.
He's a I don't say world class, but he's a classic Brazilian player. But bro, that's being selfish. Like I said in the group chat, bro, that's being selfish to your teammates. Because you're self-centered. You're only worrying about you. What about your teammates? And the game was only 1-0. There could have been so much possibilities in that game. He did Liverpool a favor more than anything else. But yeah, big victory for you guys. Clean sheet. What's his name? Missed that curler, bro. If that would have connected, oh my God. Bowen,
that's one of the chances that I mentioned, yeah. All right, so let's get into we got Jamie here. Let's get into our red card of the week.
Oof.
Wasteman, red card and Wasteman of the week. What'd you say, Jamie?
Damn. Before I hit the surgical room, who's my Wasteman? I hate to have to do it to him, but I'm gonna have to give that to Caicedo because he kind of shot us in the foot with that red card. It was definitely a red card. I think if he'd have just been on his best behavior, we'd have been all right. So Caicedo's still my boy, but I'm gonna give him the red card, son.
Wasteman, them man.
King Yayo?
Red card, Wasteman of the week. Think I'm gonna just have to get at Ruben Amorim.
Amorim. I knew it was gonna
Amorim be getting there, bro.
I knew
Brother does nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? The changes don't help. Changes hurt us. And the players always gotta step up and bail this dude out. So Wasteman.
Damn God.
Amorim.
Amorim. For me, I'm gonna go with Euro. Yeah, Euro. But like I was telling you, growing pains. This is how you grow. You gotta make the errors. You gotta make the errors for you to get better.
You can't name the young player Wasteman and then tell him he gotta learn.
No, and that's why I'm giving my reasons why. I'm giving my reasons. Waste and the reason why.
I got you.
I told you this, yo. Your reminds me of me. The way I play, the way I run. I'm telling you. The kid reminds. I'm telling you, but he's gonna get it. Trust me. You just have to understand, like I was saying, he just have to understand his opponents that he meets every week. Are you gonna learn? There's no way you need to be sliding in no box. Stay on your feet, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He still has the Bambi legs, bro. Why are you slipping?
Why are you slipping?
Yeah. You gotta. There's a
mad players slipping on that pitch. Enough players are slipping on that pitch.
I don't think he was, bro. He was trying to go in for a tackle, and that's why he slipped. He was trying to go.
That looked like a tackle.
Yeah.
It's to change his boots, change his studs.
Yeah.
Be all right.
Gotta bust a Cucurella and change his joints up.
Word up.
Cucurella been balling, bro. we were just talking about it.
Come on, son. Everybody's in his pocket right now. So
yeah.
He's a pocket protector at this point.
He had Salah a few weeks ago. I was like, damn.
Yeah, Saka's been in there. Lamar just got packed up. You know what I'm saying? The pocket protector, son. Cucurella, my G.
Change those boots.
That's
my thing.
That's how it goes, son. Spain. They're going insane. But who's your waist man, Quest?
My waist man probably it's like two people, or like it's probably the Jamaica Federation. Again, I know we didn't do a show last week, but it's been in the qualifying of Jamaica not qualifying for the World Cup and having to go play in a playoff now in March. And then some recent comments came out with Mason Greenwood being now permitted officially with his passport, his Jamaican passport, due to his grandparents' heritage, being from Jamaica, and a former Newcastle United player, Isaac Hayden, who now plays for QPR, and Omari Bell, who plays for Luton Town still, I believe. I'm not sure if he still currently plays for them, who was in the Premier League a few years ago, recently came out and had some negative remarks saying that it would kind of be a farce or unwarranted for him to come into the squad now to play for those playoffs to help Jamaica into the World Cup, since a lot of those players before I put in blood, sweat, and tears, so forth, with things coming on in the background, and saying that Greenwood got called up in September for Jamaica when he allegedly had his Jamaican passport, but decided not to come and play for Jamaica in September. And some talks have been around the rumor mill saying because of the coach who just recently stepped down, McLaren, being from England and the ties that he has to Manchester United as well. I can understand Greenwood not coming to Jamaica just because maybe he didn't really align with the coach at the time that Jamaica had. So I can understand that. But I think it's very negative for those players, Bell and Hayden, who Bell has 29 caps for Jamaica, Hayden has 12, who's like a player like Greenwood, who just recently had his allegiance turned to Jamaica. And now you're saying that it's unfair. But any player that you get at any time, I've taken him into the player, but that's the mentality of Jamaican.
What blood, sweat, and tears they put in if they was getting slapped and they didn't even qualify.
Thank you. And the integrity and the discipline.
It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough BST, son. You know what I'm saying?
I have to understand if he just came in the squad when they qualified for the World Cup already. You guys are not even in.
Yeah,
these guys come in to help, and you don't want him? Yo, that's crazy.
They need all the help they could get right now.
But for me, honestly, I feel like Greenwood is holding out because I think he still wants to play for England.
He said he wants to play for England, but Tuchel said he doesn't really have any plans for him. And that was probably before a couple months ago. I think he'll join Jamaica and play for them, but I just think those comments aren't really necessary. And
exactly. When you need all the help in the world.
We've been balling, yo. And I'm so sorry for what we did to the brothers. Because I would love Greenwood in the squad. So.
Nah, he would have been. That was your boy.
We would have not needed that boy more.
Yeah, probably not.
If Greenwood got his Panamanian or Belizean citizenship,
sling him in the lineup one time.
Take it one time.
or the Beijing, you know what I mean? We would take
Yo,
him
my
right
people can't
away, but
even.
like,
My people, nah. All you know is cricket, son. These boys can't string up a pass. You know,
so
potatoes, nah.
I think that was very that deflammatory, comments, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For them to say about that. If I'm reading that coming as a player, I'm be like, man, nah, I mess with you.
Exactly.
I'm not even parring with you or linking with you. I
I'm
see
a
that
hold
team.
out.
I'm
I'm a
not
hold out.
link up
Yeah.
with you inside the squad or
I'm
isn't
gonna
it?
take
Yeah,
all my international break and go party, go to the beach when it's
But that's
time
what
for
most of the
Just don't
Jamaican
love
players
dance,
they
yo.
doing. I hear what they doing.
we just dropped Steve McClaren, right?
Yeah, he just resigned. Yep.
So now, my agent told to the Fed, like, yo, who you getting for your next coach?
Thank you.
Get him,
To get that going.
and don't take Bell and Hayden.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bring me and the boys, and I'll get you into the World Cup, fam.
Mhm.
You feel me?
I need
My
that.
man Greenwood could do it.
He
Pick
could
a
do
pick
that.
a good
He can.
squad, and we get into the World
He
Cup.
could do that.
Any final thoughts?
Yo, got a short week, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got a short week, so you got to get back to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm thinking about. Let's move forward.
Or
Yeah.
Ty?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Honestly, I'm good, Ty. Make sure you bust a sub. Don't be a scrub. Big up our sponsors again. One Time Closer, Global Men's Radio, and by any other name. I'm Father Quest. On behalf of Ty, J-Man, and King Yayo. Make sure you listen, subscribe, like, and share. This is Soccer Circle Real Talk for another episode. Peace.